Nelson Mandela was a well-known South African anti-apartheid activist during the 1990s. Although originally a pacifist, Mandela began to advocate campaigns against the government and was ultimately arrested in 1962. Nelson Mandela died in 2013, although many believe he actually died in the 1990s in prison. How do you remember it? The first theory for explaining this phenomenon comes from Fiona Broom's Mandela effect, the theory that there was a parallel universe where collective memories had actually existed, but now our two universes have merged. Broom termed this phenomena when she realized that she had a false memory that Nelson Mandela died during the 1990s in prison, when he actually died in 2013. In fact, she wasn't the only one. According to the 1990 book English Alive, it said that Nelson Mandela died on July 23, 1991. Another example of this effect is in a series of children's books that you may have read. The Berenstain Bears is a series of children's books created by Stan and Jan Bernstein. The books feature a family of grizzly bears who generally learn a moral or a safety-related lesson in the course of each story. There has been a recent controversy over the spelling of Bernstein. Is it Bernstein or Bernstein? We asked groups of students and adults.
Bernstein.
Stein.
Stein.
According to genealogical records, the misconception of the spelling Bernstein with an E and not an A may be due to the fact that Bernstein with an E is more popular. The second theory for explaining the misremembering of events is a neurophysiological theory. This theory states that there is a dysfunction in the cognitive process for long-term memory storage.
When you're taking stuff out of long-term memory, there's a risk that other things could be interfering in it. You could be combining memories, in which case you could actually create an entirely new false memory. So the likelihood that you're actually going to remember an event exactly as it happened is actually pretty low.
Scientists such as René Descartes, Thomas Willis, Franz Gall, Jean-Baptiste Bouillard, and Paul Braque worked on improving this field of study.
Our memory is really fragile, as you can probably already tell, and I can essentially create a false memory based off of anything. If I can make you believe something happened when it really didn't, which is kind of scary in a lot of ways, but that's just how basic and, like I said, fragile our memory actually is.